So I have finally seen Captain America Brave New World, along with Hard Eyes, because I did a back-to-back viewing of Captain America 4 and Hard Eyes. So I'll be uploading my Captain America review first, which is this video, and then in my next video, which will probably be tomorrow, or like the day after this, because right now it's the 15th, because I was going to record this review yesterday and then upload it today, which is the 15th, but I was super tired by the time I got home because it was like 11:30, so I didn't feel like recording two reviews back to back because it would have been like 12 a.m. by the time I was done. So yeah, I didn't feel like doing that, so I went to bed and figured I would record it today and upload it tomorrow on the 16th, and then probably on the 17th is when I'll get my Hard Eyes review out, because I'm sure this is probably the movie, or Captain America is probably the movie that you guys are looking forward to my review of the most. I doubt it would be Hard Eyes. But yeah, I just recently watched Captain America Brave New World, and I was anticipating this movie a little bit because the trailers that they had coming out for this movie actually looked pretty dang solid, especially like the official trailer, because the teaser trailer, was okay, wasn't anything too crazy, but the official trailer, I was like, the, let them cook, let them cook. But yeah, it recently came out. It came out yesterday on the 14th, and it debuted at a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not that great, and I think it's a bit underrated. So let's go ahead and dive into it right now. Alrighty, so one thing I want to mention before I get into the review is that I bought this Captain America popcorn bucket on eBay like a few, I think it was like 10 or so days ago, I don't remember, because I saw it. It's the helmet that like lights up around the eyes. Like I bought that popcorn bucket because I just thought it was a really cool popcorn bucket, and I was like, my theater's probably not going to have it because my theater never really got popcorn buckets until recently when they started getting like, the Venom head down there and the Deadpool and Wolverine thingy right there. So I didn't really expect them to have the light up bucket. I thought they would have the other helmet that is a bit more basic and all that. So I bought the one on eBay. It was like around $70, I think, because I wasn't going to spend like 90 or 100 because that would just be insane. So even though $70 is still slightly insane, but I figured they wouldn't have it at my theater. So I go to the theater, and sure enough, the exact popcorn bucket that I bought on eBay was there with like the light up eyes, and I was just like, God damn. Like, seriously? I could have saved like $30 because there's only $40 there. But yeah, so I'm a little bit pissed off about that because I could have showed it off in this review if I would have bought it at the, theater. But now I have to wait for like another week or so for it to show up here, unfortunately. But, anyways, getting on to the review itself. I actually think this movie is, like I said, a tad bit underrated because I went into this movie expecting it to be pretty solid because, like I said, the trailers for it looked pretty dang solid, and it was kind of let down, or I was kind of let down by the movie while watching it because I did watch it in IMAX, so the quality of it was kind of grainy. I don't know if this is a thing that all IMAX theaters have, where the quality is a bit grainy, or if it was just my IMAX theater. But yeah, the quality was kind of grainy, but it was also kind of like that for Oppenheimer when I saw that a few years ago. So maybe it's just my theater, or maybe that's just IMAX theaters in general. But yeah, the quality of it was kind of grainy, so I couldn't really tell what was green screen and what wasn't, even though some people are saying that's kind of obvious to tell. So maybe I'll go back and watch it a second time, whether it comes to my hometown or not, because it wasn't at my hometown, which is why I didn't see it in my hometown, because it wasn't there. I had to drive like an hour or 2 hours out to go see it. But I can say that it was worth the drive because, like I said, it was a pretty solid movie to say the least. I liked that it kept a lot more serious tone this time around. There's very few jokes in this movie. Most of the jokes come from Joaquin Torres' character, which is the new Falcon. Most of the jokes come from his character, but Anthony Mackie, or Sam Wilson, I guess, does let out a few jokes here and there. And I don't think Harrison Ford or Thunderbolt Ross ever let out some jokes. It was mostly either Sam Wilson's Captain America or Joaquin Torres' Falcon most of the time. But otherwise, it kept a pretty serious tone, and I do appreciate that. Also, another strange choice that this movie decided to make was that all the Marvel movies in the past have started with like this cool fancy music, and then it shows like the Marvel Studios text and like the red background and all that. But for this movie in particular, none of that. Instead, it just simply shows Marvel Studios presents, and then it cuts to like an opening scene, which is like the speech that Harrison Ford or Thunderbolt Ross gives, and then it cuts to the Brave New World logo. Like it says, well, not really logo. It's kind of like a altered logo. It says Brave in like the right corner. No, the left corner says Brave right here, and then New, and then World, with like this ominous music. But I kind of appreciated that. I like that it was a lot more serious this time around, and we finally got a payoff to what's his name? Tiamat, I'm pretty sure. Tiamut. The celestial that came out of the ground all the way back in Eternals, which was 3.5 years ago, I'm pretty sure now. That's a long time ago. Yeah, we finally get a payoff to it now, and it's revealed that it has adamantium inside of it, which is more powerful or indestructible than vibranium. So, of course, all the countries in the world are trying to get to it, and it is mostly just America and Japan. But Sam Wilson stops because they have this like feud trying to get to it, and there's some like American soldiers who are hypnotized and are attacking the Japanese fleet because of the leader. He's like manipulating them, and he's also manipulating, Isaiah Bradley and some other guards to like attack the president. And they obviously think it's Isaiah Bradley's fault, but obviously it wasn't. But overall, it was a pretty decent movie. If I had to give it a rating, I would say maybe like a 6.5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. It was a pretty decent movie. Not the worst Marvel movie I've ever seen. There's definitely been way more worse Marvel movies that I've watched. Like The Marvels, that movie was kind of just forgettable. I went and saw that movie. I was just like, okay, that was a movie, I guess. And yeah, so this is by far not the worst Marvel movie, but there are some things that hold it back a little bit. Like, I'm trying to think. Oh, Red Hulk. He's only in the movie for like 7 minutes. He's teased kind of throughout the movie, and there's this part where like they're fighting, and the leaders like trying to get, you know, Thunderbolt Ross to turn into the Red Hulk, and he almost succeeded, but they stopped the Japanese fleet at the right, or the American soldiers at the right time, so he's able to calm down, and he doesn't transform into Red Hulk until the very end of the movie, where he only has like 7 minutes of screen time, so that was kind of disappointing a little bit. Also, piece of my hair is falling down. Also, there's a part where Bucky shows up, which I actually wasn't expecting. When he showed up, I was like, oh, that's a nice surprise because I wasn't expecting him to be there. But he shows up. He gives Sam a nice little speech about how, Steve Rogers like gave people someone to believe in, but he gives them something is going on with my hair. But Sam Wilson gives them something to aspire to because he's just a normal guy. He doesn't have any super soldier serum. Even though there's multiple instances throughout the movie where he's like, damn, I should have taken that serum. But yeah, there's also a funny joke I like where he's talking to Red Hulk, where he's like, "Oh, this isn't what your daughter would have wanted, or you gotta do this for Betty," and he just like isn't listening to him, and he's just like, "Damn, that didn't work." I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, there are some jokes in the movie, but for the most part, it does keep a pretty serious tone, which I do appreciate because there have been times where in these past Marvel movies where it's been joke after joke after joke, and it's just kind of getting a little old. Like I think Shang-Chi and Spider-Man: No Way Home were the last like serious Marvel movies, and I do like those movies, so I do like that this one was also a bit more serious. And yeah, the leader, I don't think I ever actually seen the first Incredible Hulk movie. I can't remember if I've ever actually watched that movie, but obviously I've known what happens in it, so it's not like I was totally confused. But it was a weird choice to have a lot of Hulk villains in this movie, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I guess it still kind of worked itself out, even though the leader wasn't too much of a threat, because most of the time he got his probabilities or predictions wrong. So, and then he turns himself in at the end of the movie, like, okay, like you were already a prisoner, you escaped just to turn yourself in. All right. And the post-credit scene, super vague. We don't even know what's gonna happen with that post-credit scene, but yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for this review. There's not really too much I want to talk about. There's also Giancarlo Esposito's character. He didn't really do a whole lot, although he did have this one cool action scene where he like attacks Sam Wilson as he's just like driving his car in like a normal t-shirt and pants, and then he just like attacks him. Well, it was not a t-shirt. He's in like a normal like sweatshirt and pants, and then Giancarlo Esposito just comes out of nowhere and just attacks him. So Sam Wilson has to fight him just like, you know, in his normal day-to-day outfit. And I thought that action scene was pretty nice, although it only lasted like 5 minutes. But, you know, it was a pretty intense scene because, you know, he gets attacked while he's just living his life, so he's got to figure out what to do, and I appreciated that. But, yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this short little review. Nothing too crazy I got to say about this movie. It's kind of mid, but, actually, I would say slightly above mid. I would give it like a 60, 65, like I said, 6.5 out of 10, or if I had to give it a rating, like a 65%, something like that. That is going to wrap it up for this video. We are only 23 subscribers away from 600. We have 577. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. And like I said, Hard Eyes review is coming tomorrow after, or the next day after I get this one uploaded. And then after that, I don't know what I'll talk about next. Maybe Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, because that show is ending on Wednesday, I do believe, which is the 19th. So I'll be able to watch the last two videos, or episodes, I guess, and then I can review it around the 20th or the 21st. So that is when you can expect the next video after that. And let me know what you guys thought of Captain America Brave New World, if you thought it was good or bad. Like I said, I thought it was pretty decent. I do like Sam Wilson as Captain America, and if he is going to lead the Avengers in Doomsday's Secret Wars, which is rumored to be the case, then I wouldn't mind it, because, you know, he is a pretty solid Captain America. He was able to defeat a lot of people, even Red Hulk, kind of, not really defeat, more of just, like, calm him down. But yeah, that is going to wrap it up for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.